When my son was stabbed, this was a really scary time as I feared for my son's life and nobody else wanted to take on the case. Um, I just want to say we are forever grateful, and I feel like we need a lot more projects that actually deliver the work that they say they do.
Today, I want to tell you the story of Stephen. Stephen was a young man that I met in court in 2007. Stephen had been arrested for being in possession of a firearm, live bullets, kidnapping, and intent to endanger life. There are 9,000 children excluded from mainstream education in the UK. There are 778,000 children looked after by the local authority. There are over 10,000 children and young people on the books of the National Referral Mechanism, and there are 338,000 children on the books of the Children and Adolescents Mental Health Service. But why was Stephen here? Stephen had been bullied at school, had been excluded from school, and had been groomed by the gangs. This brought Stephen to the attention of the police. Whilst in court, it was my duty to carry out a vulnerability assessment for Stephen. Stephen, in my assessment, was vulnerable. However, Stephen was remanded to Feltham. After 2 days of being in Feltham, Stephen attempted suicide.
I was bullied at school and I didn't want to go to school anymore. My mum didn't know what to do, so she contacted an organisation called Taking Positive Steps. They came to school with me and my mum. They also spoke to me and they provided me with a mentor who helped me find my way back through the school system.
I just want to thank Taking Positive Steps because they helped me to get back into school when I lost hope, because my parents are drug dealers, so sometimes I will go to bed without food. So I started dealing and ended up in the youth offending teams. Now I'm back at school, not drug dealing anymore, and I'm actually on path to applying for Brit School in September.
Our children are in crisis. My name's Claudine Dewberry and I am the CEO of an organisation called Taking Positive Steps Foundation, based in London and covering the UK. Now my question is, how many more children are we going to have excluded from school? How many more children are we going to have caught up in the children and adolescents mental health services? How many more children are we going to have groomed? And that is normally the start of the journey where they end up in the trap houses. They end up being exploited by the gangs on the streets, and we as professionals are missing the opportunity. We have children who are dying and we fail to engage with them before it gets there. Taking Positive Steps aims to reduce the number of children and young people who are caught up on the county lines, who are groomed, who are trapped in modern day slavery and the trap houses. How many more children and young people are going to be caught up in the prison service? But more importantly, how many more children and young people are we going to lose to the graveyards? If you invest in us, we can invest in them and stop Stephen's story becoming the norm for our children and young people.